You weren't sacked, Mark. You walked away. You wised up and walked away.
We are live, folks. I can't do it to you. I was going to let you just...
Oh, actually?
We are. I was just going to let you and Roy have your little bitchy bits. I thought, no.
Oh, Mark, you are the worst. You know that. You are terrible.
Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome. It literally only just went live, don't worry. But it was funny. One or two hellos first. Evening, Mick King at the top. I hope everyone's fitting well. Yep, we are. Mark's up there. Manic, evening, Manic. Bill Dawson, good evening. Rajit, good evening, Rajit. Simon62, good evening to you, and thanks for your invite last Saturday. We'll perhaps have a little talk about that in a little while. Who else we got? Same here. Scott Lee, evening Scott, Adrian Mason, Pav, good evening Pav, and Original Owner 777, good evening. I think that name's not familiar.
Yeah, he's not. He's I know his real name. I forget. Is it Graham? Something.
Well,
I can't
good
remember.
Evening, Original Owner Graham.
I've got a terrible memory.
Rufus, good evening, Rufus. Duplicates. Dion and Nutty Vapes, good evening. Diddles, good evening, Diddles. Shrek, evening, Shrek. Lynn Smith, good evening. It's not smoke. Mark, Roy. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Street Sleeper, evening Street Sleeper, Rasper, Jason Lee, Dion have said, Black Country Vapor, quite a few in tonight. Murray, evening Murray, Justin, hi Justin, Rajit again, David Adair, evening David, and Jackie Moustache Chan. Did I say that right? Moustache. Mark John, evening Mark. Graham Maberley, original owner of said Rufus. I've got a friend you know, so you know what his name is. At TVP. What's that all about? We'll get to that.
I don't know. I think Rufus has been on the old tonight.
Paul, evening Paul. Albert, good evening Albert. And for the first and only time tonight, good evening Coyle. I've caught up a chat. Good evening one and all. I don't know if I got the microphone close enough tonight, have I? I moved that to talk earlier on with Mark. Jackson Mark. So, good evening, you three. Thanks for joining me as always. I see Mark has renamed himself again this week for something original.
This week I shall be known as Biggest Dickus.
You lucky sod. Yeah, life of Brian. Right, who would like to introduce themselves and say what they're vaping on tonight? Let's go with Mark first. Should we go with Mark first tonight? Yeah.
You know them, Mark.
Go on then, Jackson.
TVP.
Off you go, son. But you said Mark, not TVP.
Right,
TVP,
Mark, Jackson Vapes, off you go.
Well, you want me to go first? Right.
Yeah.
We've got, as you can see, we've got the Howl Beast. And in that, we've got some of Mark's strawberry and banana.
TVP, strawberry and banana.
In that. Very nice stuff indeed. And then, last but not least, the Aromarizer Plus V2 with a bit of Hip Hop Juice Room 112, and that's just a cocktail. And that's it. That's all we got, guys. Quick and simple.
That's all we got. TVP, up to you.
Who?
You, up to you, sir. Biggest.
Who?
Biggest.
You mean biggest?
Biggest.
Is it biggest?
Go on.
All right, yeah. So I'm on. I've got a couple of things tonight. I'm on my DNA 68 Ed Balance, and on top of that, I've had to take the lame off. I'm using this XRP from Fallout and
thick northern twat. Just call it a Lamo for God's sake.
Fuck off! Who's that? Who's that? What's that? You assholes! What was that?
Press that again.
Press that again.
Thick northern twat. Just call it a Lamo for God's sake.
Who is that?
Even I knew who it was straight away.
Oh dear. Carry on, Mark.
Okay. Was that Tina?
Yeah.
Tina.
To be
So I've
fair,
had to take the lawnmower off the head balance. And I'm using this Mac Life from Fallout XRP, which the review's coming up tomorrow, but I'll give you a spoiler now. It's absolutely garbage. It's rubbish. There's nothing I like about it whatsoever.
you
So I'm on that.
got it then. Thought it was going to be good.
Oh, no, it's trash. Absolute trash, mate. I'm on my Independent Mods LiPo version this week with the Violator on top of there. That's the DNA 250C. I'm on my Hammer of God, as always, with the Trilogy. This is my cloud blowing setup for when I want to chuck some clouds, brother, and that in it. And I'm on this little Joytech Oblique little pod system, which I'm really enjoying, actually. It's quite nice.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. They call it the oblique because when you sit it down, it like sits at an angle, man. It's weird, which is a thing. In the Trilogy, I've got the strawberry milkshake in there.
Ooh.
In this rubbish XRP, I've got the black from Colonel. I don't know why I'm wasting good juice in this because it is shit. And I'm on a cheeky little Carlin as well.
Cheeky little Carling.
Because I'm off work till Friday.
Oh, are you?
Sort of some, isn't it?
3 more reviews coming out this week then.
You know it.
Probably about a Mech Live. Thank you, Mark. Young Roy. You always look young Roy, so I have to call you Young Roy, haven't I? How do you not age? What happens there?
I can't give away the secret because everybody just want Mark's sperm.
Oh, Rob, bigger thing.
Well, I'm not Mark, as you can tell. I've got the Argus, VP Argus with the VP tank on top. In there, I have got some Daddy Pig Smoke Juice, the strawberry cream. Got the Ed Balance non-DNA version with the unicorn turtleneck on it. In there, I've got some of Dipstick's juice.
Oh, shh.
And I do have it sitting around somewhere. There it is there. The little VP Air with some. What mixed up? I actually got in that. Huh. Not actually mixed up. All right.
You all right there, Mark?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a normal vape. Just a normal, not sucking hard or anything. Have you heard the sound of that?
I thought you'd left the kitchen tap on.
White noise. That's me, so I'll pass it over to the main man himself, Mr. Naturevape.
The main man. Thank you, Roy. Yeah, what am I on? Well, I'm on the Ed Balance DNA version. Oh, his little face. You could just hug him, couldn't you? With the True Tank, and in there, we'll get to the juices in a minute, but I was trying the strawberry kiwi yogurt in there, 9 milligram, and I'm on the. I gave this a right thorough rinse out, clean out inside the dot shell. I still think for a form factor, this little dot mod takes some beating. It really does. And in there, I've got some. Well, there's a bit of a mix in there. I've got in the main blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime in there. But I had been trying the strawberry. Where are we? Strawberry banana milkshake. And even though I thought I'd vaped it right out, I can still taste the strawberry, which is actually quite pleasant. It's bizarre. And I'm on the Lamo.
Lamo.
Oh, Mark, it's clearly a Lamo, isn't it?
Oh,
Lamo.
thick northern twat. Just call it a Lamo, for God's sake.
That's superb. That's brilliant.
You should get that as your your message tone, Mark.
On the easy mod. And in there, can't remember what I got. Some Drake's in there. Drake's Net Tobacco. And that's pretty much all I'm on tonight. Yeah, that's all I'm on. So let's just check. Where am I in chat? Probably miles behind. Miles. Oh, not that bad. Not that bad. I don't think there's anyone. Michelle B. Good evening, Michelle. Shout down, Roy.
Hey, Gal.
Graham. I don't know if I said Graham. Frank and Miser. Chris Doyle. Eden Chris. Late Night Vape Show. Good evening. Simon62. Again, I said him before. And I don't think... Oh, Dean, Devil Vapor. Evening, Dean. And I think... Yeah, I'm all caught up. I can't see anyone else. Oh, Matt Polly and Kieran. Kieran as well. Yep, everyone else is duplicates, I think. It's quite hard when you scan through them to see, oh, there's more behind than I thought it was. Never mind. So, what we got new? Shall we get this out of the way and discuss your juices, Mark?
Get it out of the way. Let's do it.
Shall we do this? Because we've all now had a chance, just so everyone in chat knows, we've all had a chance. I've posted samples off to each and every one of us. So we've all had all the bottles come through in the post, 9 milligram strength and 3 milligram strength, to try them in mouth to lung and direct lung. The strawberry kiwi yogurt I've been leaving off, and I've been like gagging to try it, and I've had the little knuckle test, and it's not I don't know if you guys are trying it. It's not ready yet, in my opinion. It needs more time. It needs 2 weeks steep time, really, and it's had a week. So I would say 2 weeks probably minimum. So at the minute, does everyone agree with me with that or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I definitely
No, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think I don't know what you feel about this, Mark, but I think 9 might be a little too strong. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, it's only made up in 9 because I wanted to see because we're going to do the concentrates in it as well. And I know from the concentrates we sell here, people like to mix it up at 6 or 9 to do a mouth to lung with it, and more as a 60-40 or 50-50 juice. So I wanted to see if these flavours worked not only as a direct lung, but also as a mouth to lung. So that was my comparison. So that flavour, I guess we have to put on the back burner perhaps till next week. But we can discuss. Let's go with one that I've tried, and I'm not going to say what I think. I'm going to pass it round a bit. The strawberry banana milkshake, which I've tried in 9 milligram. I haven't tried in 3 yet as a direct lung, but I've tried it in the 9 on a mouth.
I've tried it on both.
Let's go to you first then, Roy.
I absolutely love it.
You do?
Not as much as another one. It's my second out of the 3. It would be my second favorite. But as knowing the company that makes it, knowing that their banana is absolutely on spot. They use a couple of different bananas. They use the ripe and the candy in it, and you can actually get the both of them coming through on it. And it's quite akin to McDonald's, mixing McDonald's strawberry and banana milkshake together. It's that sort of flavor level, and it is gorgeous.
And Jackson, thank you, Roy. Have you tried it?
Yeah, no, I agree with Roy, to be fair. Well, I know I've only vaped it in, obviously, direct lung, 100 watts. And what I seem to get is you don't get the strawberry and then you get the banana. The strawberry and banana are mixed together, if that makes sense.
No, I get exactly the same, Mark.
Yeah, it comes in together, and I think it works very well. The only thing it's personal preference, but the only thing I would add to it is a little bit of Coolada, just a little bit, but it vapes perfectly fine, and I'd leave it at that. I wouldn't change it at all. Definitely wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And the main man, What was your?
No, I totally agree. The milkshake. I've not vaped it in motor lung yet. I'm not really a massive motor lung vapor. I didn't really. I've got it in the Lamo, but I put the 3 milligram in just because I thought 9 might be a bit harsh for me. But yeah, I mean, I vaped it at. I've got the milkshake now in the Trilogy, and that's probably coming out about 140 watts ish, and it's fantastic, really, really good. I agree with Jackson. Like, so when you vape it a little lower, say 60 watts, something like that, you get the banana first, and then the strawberry, and then the milk. But when you vape it at a higher wattage, it all comes at once. Everything's together, so you can taste the strawberry, you can taste the banana. As for the custard, listen, it's a strawberry custard, but probably one of the best ones I've had. So absolutely no complaints there. It's just the Kilbury now. It's just the kiwi that's
yeah.
And obviously, you know, going back to what we said last week as well. If it's not up to par, then it's not up to par. We go back to the drawing board and redo it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well, there's nothing to stop just releasing the 2 to start with. But as you say, I know what you're like, Mark. You're the same kind of mindset as me. It's got to be right, otherwise it won't be released. Which is the idea of going through this process. But
it's no good paying money getting a juice through if you're not 100% happy with it. So it's just
no, that's right.
We'll see how it goes. Once I taste it, I'll probably give it till end of this week, I think.
Yeah,
and then crack on it, because I know from my recipe, my Kilbury recipe, which who knows, we might even divert to that and give that a whirl. But my recipe, I use strawberry ripe, and as someone rightly pointed out in chat, that takes a good couple of weeks to actually come through because it's quite muted at first. Yeah. So the ripe does take some time to come through. But for me, it's one of the best strawberry concentrates going. Apart from flavour arts, strawberry, it's one of the best, but it does take time to come through. So we'll see how it goes. I'll vape it Friday. And,
I'm getting more kiwi at the minute than anything. From that,
you will do, because it is ultimately quite a kiwi heavy juice.
Yeah,
it is. It's not meant to be, like a mixture of I get this on the inhale, that on the exhale. It is quite kiwi heavy. The strawberry, I always find with the strawberry, it helps tone the kiwi down slightly and gives it a sweetness. It wasn't there to be a predominant flavour. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Well, the one that I was keen to try first, because obviously the strawberry custard I pretty much knew was bobbing, and I know Roy's utter favourite without any question. He doesn't have to give it a second thought. He loves it. We know that. But the strawberry kiwi yogurt, I had to stop, Mark, because I need to save some. Sorry, not the strawberry kiwi yogurt. I'm holding up the wrong one. The strawberry banana. Where's the 9 ml bottle? Strawberry banana milkshake.
What I would say to people as well, to anyone that's maybe never had a banana vape or have been put off previously by banana vapes, because I have as well. Trust me,
you don't normally like them.
Plasticky 1p banana sweet shit out there, and it's vile. You get a bad banana juice and it can put you off for life. A bit like watermelon. You get a rough watermelon, it'll just put you off forever. But what I would say is definitely give this a chance, because it's pucker.
I think to be honest, I think the word's special for it. And because I want to wait for it to steep a bit longer, I had to stop myself. Otherwise, I'd have vaped the whole thing. And it was just a bit more. And you normally fill a mouth to long tank right up, don't you? I was like, I can't put it right. I've just half and vape that. So
I cracked that out so that it wasn't vaping loads of it, so I could just control what I was vaping on.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good shout, Roy, to be fair. I put it in the true tank because I know how that performs, and I thought it's just it's just an RTA. I obviously know back to front and sideways, and I thought, well, for me, it's the easiest way to test it. But yeah, I think, as you say, Mark, a lot of banana e-liquids I'll just walk away from, but I can't vape that.
It's a mix of both. There's a little bit of candy with also the right banana in it.
I don't think when you vape it, the wattages I'm vaping at, right, you don't get much candy. It's a fruity banana. I know what you're saying. little lower wattage, you will get that slight candiness, but it's nothing like. So I've had banana juices before where it literally, you know, them foam bananas you used to get for a penny.
Yeah.
Horrible, like the bitter, fucking just nasty. That's
reason
the kind of banana that puts people off.
Nicky's saying a lot of banana juices are chemically, but that's because what they tend to do is put too much of the concentrate into it, and the more concentrate you put in, you get that chemical kick at the end. And that's one good thing about the company that makes these. They don't try and go for over flavor.
You can say who it is.
Try and get the flavor levels right.
Yeah, it's not a secret who does it. So what else have we got in chat? Pav says, what's to work on? The recipe was spot on. That shit was how I think Dean was referring to the Tina recording. Ricardo, Dean recommended your shop. Very happy with your coils. I got my first reload product from you. Thank you, Ricardo. Appreciate the business. FP 2.5 is coils of strawberry custard. You put yep to that, Mark. Yep. What else? Anything else in chat? All the dogs from across the sea will be howling at TVP. Is that from the from your
fucking
RTA
thing, innit?
Yeah.
I've never ever in my life come across a tank as noisy as this, and it's a single coil as well. It's like I'll even go back for the mic. Look, like
that's
white noise.
That's
it's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. It's right. So this thing is supposed to be hyped up to God knows what. It's obviously it's e-cig one. Everyone knows their Fallout vape and MetLife. Okay. It's not the cheapest tank. It's about 35 quid, but the added bonus is it does come with the PMP section as well. You don't get PMP coils, but you get the full PMP section with the glass as well, which is obviously a massive plus. But as the RTA stands, it's absolute garbage. It's just rubbish. There's no redeeming qualities about it whatsoever. It's a bitch to wick. It's ugly as sin. You can't change the juice. You can't change your build when the juice is in because the glass just falls off. I hate the top fill. The top fill is like something from back in 2014 where it just squeezes all your juice. As soon as you screw it on, it's just flat and it squeezes all your juice down into the fucking coil and floods. Honestly, I can't think of a good thing about it. I can't, and it's disappointing, you know, because obviously I know. Is it Shane at e-cig one? He said he worked on this for quite some time. Well, what he was doing, I mean, I don't want to offend the guy, but what the fuck he was doing, I have no idea. Because if that's you working on a tank for some time, then I'd probably give up if I were you. It's not good.
So does it do mouth to lung as well? Then I don't know anything about it.
It does do mouth to lung. You can mouth to lung it, but it's rubbish in mouth to lung as well. Yeah, right. So you get an extra post. You get a different post as well. I don't know if I've still got it here. Probably knocking about somewhere, but you get an extra post. So you unscrew the 510, pop the other post in, and it's got like an airflow built into it. But no, it's rubbish. It's rubbish in mouth to lung. It's rubbish in direct lung. It's just a rubbish RTA. Terrible.
And are you reviewing it?
Review's going to be up tomorrow. I did all the close-ups and everything today.
Right.
The review will be up tomorrow, so obviously I'm giving spoilers away, but probably one of the worst single coil RTAs I've ever used, ever, and that includes the Kelpie.
That's a big statement. I don't mean about the Kelpie. I mean the worst one. It's
disappointing, Mark, because
yeah.
Eric sent it over from SimSig to, you know, and I'm sure he won't give a shit that it's, you know, I've given it a bad review, but it's just disappointing because it was hyped up and everyone was raving about it on e-cig one, and I'm sitting here thinking, what are you all talking about? Like, clearly you've not expanded your horizon into many single coil lattices because it's poo.
Yeah, you see, we had this discussion about things like this before, and historically, I'm probably more guilty about it than you are. That if I got something like that and it wasn't good, I just put it to the side and I wouldn't review it because I think, oh, I'm not wasting my time reviewing that. But they're probably the things you should review because it's people's hard-earned money that they'll listen to some hype about it and buy it. And if they watch your review, that might save them their 30, 35 quid, whatever it is.
No, exactly. And like I just said, it's not the cheapest RTA. It's I think even on sale it's 35 dumps.
Right.
But you still have to me, you still have to review it because then it shows that you're more of an honest reviewer and not everything you get is the best thing since the last thing you had.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Listen, at the moment, I'll review anything, and yeah, just feel like I feel let down with it. It's just piss poor. And if that's the best they can come up with, then I don't hold out much hope for Fallout Vape. If I'm being brutally honest.
I haven't seen it or tried it or anything else, so I hadn't really even heard about it until you mentioned it.
Well, maybe hopefully they'll take this as they'll use it as a learning curve, you know. But it's just do you know what annoys me? This is another thing that annoys me. So obviously they've got a big Facebook group and all that, and it's the arse rimmers in there. It's the bum lickers. Oh, it's the best RTA I've ever used, the best single coil tank ever. And then I use it and I think, well, clearly you're talking nonsense, or you should go back to smoking because you wouldn't know a good single coil latte if it's come up and slap you around the chops. You know what I mean? It's just annoying.
Yeah, but surely with a lot of reviewers out there, though, they'll still say it's decent to carry on getting free shit there, don't they? Surely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Aren't reviewers people in a Facebook group, Mark? You know, so. But I guess it's like, I mean, I haven't got a Facebook group. I've got a Facebook page. I never did go the group route, which is probably silly of me. But if you had your followers in a group, they would probably try and say nice things about your product. But as Mark said, you know, sometimes you shouldn't really if it's a bad product. Because
sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind, haven't you? You have, and it doesn't matter how, you know, they're not going to boot you from the group for saying the tank's shit. And if they do, then you know you're better off out of there. But you've got to be cruel to be kind and just go, look,
in the right place.
Especially when you're paying money for it. All these people have paid 35, you know, plus pounds for it. Just tell them the truth. It's shit.
Nicky Maynard, you'll have to take the challenge. A lot of banana juices taste too chemically. So,
can I give a big, massive shout out to Kieran?
You can. What's he done?
He sent me that across for review.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The Doom mesh. So currently I have it also on the go with some Dr. Vapes in it. Review
to follow?
Yep.
Yep.
One thing I will say about it is make sure you stuff the fucking cotton in it.
Right.
If you don't have enough cotton in there, it's a bitch.
Evening, Cheech, and evening, Danny. Leads me on to this. Danny's in chat and Simon's in chat. Mark and I were asked on the Simon show on Saturday, which I think I speak for both of us. We both enjoyed it. It was a bit of a laugh and a giggle. It was quite good fun.
Yeah, no, it was. It was like. It's funny because we were just Mark was taking the piss out of me before I come on for my comment on Saturday. Where I'm not gonna lie, I weren't necessarily looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be a bit pony, but you know, I don't mean that disrespectful. I just think I thought, having watched the show the week before that, it wouldn't be my kind of thing. But I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I got on well with the guys, Jay and Danny. Yeah, you know, it was good fun.
I thought it was a nice little show. You know, it was. I think your very words were, Mark. Yeah, I've enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, no, I did. I genuinely thought I'll go on for an hour or so. Like I said to you before we come live, Mark. I thought I'll go on for an hour or so, and you know, if it's bombing, I'll make my excuses and split. But I really enjoyed it. I stayed till the death, and I got on well with the lads, which was again surprising because I'd never actually spoke to Danny in person before. But he's a sound lad, really sound lad. From my neck of the woods as well. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I always thought you'd get on well with Danny. And Simon, of course, I think he's in chat too. Lovely fella too. You know, straight as a gate. Just a nice thoroughly nice man, and yeah, it was just quite a laid back Saturday night to be on that show. So yeah, I enjoyed it as well. So I wish Simon all the best with his. I think it's going to be a regular spot, isn't it, on a Saturday night? So,
yeah, I mean, I think I even said I can't remember exactly, but I think I even said I'd go on again, which says everything.
Yeah. So that was good.
That's because you're a cam whore.
I'm not actually. I'll be honest, right? I used to be. I'd fucking go on anything, me. But just before I quit, and now I'm much more picky on what I'll go on and the people I'll associate with. Let's put it that way.
And Roy, have you got something new to share with people about your channel in the coming months?
Not really.
I thought you were relocating. A change
Oh,
of tech.
relocating. I'm going to be a prick in a shed in a garage.
You're not, are you?
Yeah.
She's kicking you outside.
No, I want to reclaim the bedroom as a bedroom. I'm fed up because I work at home all day, but like yourself, Mark. But I Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I'm sat here in the beds there, and then up here doing reviews and everything else. So I bought myself a shed to go inside the garage, because I've a garage that I can't put a car in because it's too.
That just made me laugh. He is from Northern Ireland. Bought yourself a shed to go in the garage.
Well, the garage is what? The garage is about 20 foot long, 25 foot long. And so I thought if I put a shed in there and I can do it up, it means I can get the sound right, get all the equipment set up, and I can stay up permanently instead of having to lift tripods up and down and everything else, and just get it.
That's what pissed MFA off, weren't it? Because I'm sure that's one of the main reasons he fucking jacked in, having to set up and set everything down and then set up and set everything. That's what I love about having a permanent fucking cell. You just sit down, switch your camera on and off you pop. Like, I remember the days where I used to have to set everything up on the kitchen table and take everything down, man. It was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, so it's more a change of scenery as well. Plus I can get the sound right, and I can get the lighting set up in there. Hopefully maybe even look a bit better, but it'll be for the first while until I get it fully decorated and everything else. It will just be a prick in a shed.
Then it'll be a prick in a decorated shed.
Yeah. In a garage.
I can see the logic. I know I took the grin out of it, but I can see the logic, because a garage is quite a drafty, echoey type place, and you put a shed in it, and all of a sudden you are then sheltered. If you want a little heater, you're heating just a little shed within the garage. So I get all that, Roy. It does make sense.
It is. The garage was never built. This house was built this house was built in 1919. It's a huge wooden door. It opens inwards. So it is just, you can't draft proof it. There's just no way I could draft proof it. And by doing it this way, putting a shed on the inside, just means everything's a bit more secure as well, and keeps away from mice and stuff like that. So
Kyle just said in chat there, you can't say you're building a shed, you've got to say you're building a studio. That's what everyone says, isn't it? They put a little fucking desk in the corner of the bedroom. Oh, I'm just building my studio. No, you're not, you twat. You're putting a desk in the bedroom. It's not a studio, okay?
I'm building an office.
And Mike's in chat. Good evening, Mike MF.
Although I did get myself a new sign today, look, from the American office, just because it's my office. So
yeah, as Michelle says, I have a summer house out in which has got lovely lights and everything else, and it would be, or windows, it would be absolutely perfect. But Michelle claimed that as her nail bar studio, so I have to build my own. And it's easier getting wired internet down to the garage than it is putting a shed out in the back garden somewhere.
Yeah, no.
And electricity.
No, it'd be good, right? Like, you've just got, you can just just bob down there and everything's set up and just crack on. You'll find yourself much more relaxed and be able to just do what you want then with a smile on your face, instead of fucking about setting up and what's your setup like, Jackson? Are you all set up ready to go?
I've just done the opposite. I was in, because obviously in my house you've got 2 rooms, so you come in, you got one room and then you got another room. The first room was basically nothing, it was just reptile room. So I've literally now come up to the bedroom. I've done a little desk and put the camera up in the bedroom because I don't know. Downstairs was getting a nightmare because I've got obviously 4 kids, 3 girls together in the same room don't go well. So I've had to sort of clear the front room out, redo that as a bedroom for the oldest, and I've brought everything upstairs.
Yeah, no, it is a nightmare. And I remember when I quit Jackson, when I jacked it in, right, I got rid of all my desk, everything, all the PC was all packed up. And I said to Becca, because we've got like a split living room. We've got the living room in there now and all this big dining room here. So I said, you can have that. Put what you want in there. Get yourself a little couch or a table. It's all yours now. And then fuck me, I come back and it's literally all my shit's back in here again.
Yeah.
And you need your desk out for work anyway, Mark.
She understands. She loves me, I think.
And
the best thing about with me as well in the bedroom, I can leave it as well now. I got to move stuff and stay there.
And you
got problem. You have to give your daughter the laptop back every time.
Well, the laptop, for now I have because it's the daughter's laptop.
For those of you last week that watched, Mark had to use his mobile phone because his webcam wasn't functioning well. So you bought a new webcam and you bought the stream cam.
Logitech. That's the one, yeah. So obviously it's a lot better, and I haven't. Last week killed me in the way that I've got the phone, obviously using it as a camera, but chat and everything I was trying to watch on the laptop, and it was lagging, and I was that behind. It was hard because you're looking here, then you're looking here, then you're looking here, and it was just everything was hard for me last week.
That must be Naturevape's reason for being behind the chat all the time. He lags.
There's only one place he lags, and that's between the ears.
Ooh, so friendly tonight. Fiona Clark, any of you got the new Troll RTA? Not I.
No, and I know why she's asking that as well, Fifi, because she's just bought the OG Troll, which I absolutely loved back in the day, the 24mm Troll. I think she picked it up for like £3, which is just ridiculously amazing. I reckon that'll still hold up today, mate. The OG Troll, just a fantastic atty.
Right. And so, and Roy, you haven't got one, and Jackson, you haven't got one.
Me having one?
No.
Right. No. I mean, if it's Watofo again, I've zero chance because I burnt all my bridges with them a long time ago. So no.
Matthew Barton says ESIG have dropped it to 27 today. Would it still be a pass at that price?
Yeah, I replied hard pass.
A hard pass.
Hard pass. Listen, I don't know what I'd sooner do with £27. Wipe my ass with it, but anything but buy this.
Well, presumably, Mark, you'd have to have either 2 £1 coins or a £2 coin involved with that.
Well, I'll wipe my ass with the notes and slot the pound coins up,
I think. Is that a serious question? The Kelpie Jewel? Is there a new Kelpie coming?
There is, yeah. He's been touting it for a while. I think he put a picture up a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know who's making it. Whether it's still EH Pro, I doubt it because I'm sure they've folded, haven't they?
I don't think so. I don't know for certain, but I hadn't heard of this. But that just goes to prove that I have unsubscribed to people I wanted to.
No, I mean, I only saw it. Off on the off chance on Facebook. Somebody shared it who I happened to be friends with. And I saw the sneak peek and they were banging on about it. But I think I'll buy one. To.
You do surprise me, Mark. You do surprise me. So when's that supposed to be coming out? Does anyone know?
Don't know. Don't care. It is when it is.
Right. Okay. I was sorry. I was scrolling down.
Oh, it's Hellvape apparently. Hellvape are making it. So I will get one.
People said the Kelpie was good. Yeah, people said it. The Kelpie was good.
They haven't folded, Mark. Due to the company due to the company's strategic adjustment from now on, Artery will acquire the entire planning and design team of Pro's brand Cold Steel series. Pro only retains the Cold Steel 100 and Cold Steel 200 products, and after that, the related product names of Cold Steel will not be used. Pro will keep the operation and development of other products.
I mean, they were all part of the same company anyway. They were like...
I'll tell you what will be interesting, and I'm going to go on record now tonight and say this will be very, very interesting. So I have had a relationship with Hellvape since they very first started, probably about 2.5 years ago now. I've had every single product they've ever released sent to me for review. So if I do not get this new Kelpie, we all know why, okay? There's a reason why I won't get this new Kelpie. So that'll be interesting to see.
Unicron's whole wanted a sing-off of Cruel to Be Kind. I think he picked up on the fact I said in the right measure. That was a cracking
tune,
wasn't
it? Great tune, that.
Yeah.
You gotta be cruel to be kind in the right measure.
Yell it out, Mark. Yell it out.
Oh,
don't give me that on TV.
Just call it a Lamo, for God's sake.
Coil says, make life and Fallout vape for Kelpie. Jewel is going to take PMP coils.
Michelle wanted to, let's put that in writing for you then, Michelle. She wanted to do a shout out to all the loveliness in here that support her Instagram content. It truly means a lot. I'm an awful at Instagram. I think I've just subscribed to you, Mark Jackson. But I just so infrequently. I just
no, I like Instagram. It's Twitter I don't like. I hate Twitter.
Right? Why? Worked for
Twitter's
Trump.
A bit backwards, isn't it? Instagram, you just post a picture, write what you say, and off you go. Twitter, I can't get on with Twitter.
Right.
Do exactly the same on Twitter. You just write what you say and go.
Instagram's just easier and better.
Yeah, no, I like Instagram. I use Instagram a lot. The only thing I've never done on my own account is use hashtags. Never use any hashtags ever. That's probably why I don't get any followers, to be fair. But
it is, Mark.
It is.
Yeah, I've got
show was this. I don't know what Roof is he talking about. Simon's show. So is this Simon 61 or 2? I always forget.
2.
Simon 62. Yeah. It's on a Saturday night. So Rufus, if it was that, just have a look for Simon 62 vaping reviews on.
Yeah, Simon 62 Saturday night 8 p.m. Don't watch this week though, because he's. Don't say it, Mark. Don't say it, Mark.
Don't step back. Take a step back. Press the pause button. Press the
I'm
pause
learning.
button.
Yeah, do you know, it's unbelievably good. I must be that calming influence. I've got to be.
Are you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you, Mark. Very proud.
Thank
you. Do that kind of thing again. I can feel a round of applause coming for you.
Or Tina again.
No, you'd have a proper one. You'd have one of those. So I'm on the black crack, Big Fletch, eating Big Fletch. So dare I ask, did everyone watch the television last night for young?
Nope.
No.
I did, yeah. Well, I actually got up early this morning. I was up at 6 o'clock. I had a bath. Got up and watched. Put Good Morning Britain on.
Hang on, is it that time of year already?
No, it's that time of the month, right? So I had to have my monthly bath, I'm afraid. So yeah, I watched Piers storm off, and then I thought, everyone's talking about it. Fucking give it a watch. Like an hour and 20 minutes of my life, I'll never get back. Who cares? Who cares, honestly?
Exactly, and it's been proven. A lot of it's been proven to be lies already. Where she goes, "Oh, my kid was snubbed a title," but it's set in law that her kid would never have a title anyway. So that's one thing that's proved to be a lie. Of course, they're going to ask. It's going to be a natural reaction if somebody is from a half black, half white family. Of course, they're going to ask what color may the baby be. It's not racist. It's just that's
who do you reckon asked? It's got to be Philip, on it. Come on.
I thought it was Andrew.
I thought it was Charles.
But in what context was that made? Because it could have been, and I really mean this sincerely. I mean, black babies, if you like, are, lovely, aren't they? And that could have been said in the fact that, oh, I wonder the colour of its skin, because black babies are beautiful type of thing. It could have been like that. It doesn't have to be this.
She's only, I mean, not to get into the whole race thing or anything, but I think she's only 25%, something like that, black, a quarter black.
50%. Her dad's white and mom's black.
Oh, is she? I had no idea, because she looks she looks very pale, doesn't she? She doesn't look like someone of colour, like 50% colour. So who cares? Who cares if the royal family have a half black baby? Like, are they that racist? Are they that set in the ways and set in stone that's like
I don't think
frowned upon now?
Saw a picture of the Queen looking at the baby like in awe, like beautiful baby, and you just say, I can't see all that. And wasn't it Harry that dressed in a Hitler outfit or something?
Yeah, it was. And also calling Pakistanis names as well, and Afghanis names as well. It's all been recorded. But people are going on about Harry's military career and what he did, this, that, and the other. And he's been to Afghanistan fight. I'll take that away from that.
He had to.
But I'll take that away from the lad. I respect him for doing it. But at the end of the day, it's the choices that he's making now. He's choosing to go with the suitcase girl of America's Deal or No Deal over.
Listen, ultimately, right, I watched it because everyone was banging on about it, and what I took away from it was she's just an attention-seeking fucker. I couldn't give a monkeys about Harry. I couldn't give a monkeys about the royal family. I love the quid, don't get me wrong, I love the quid, but if they folded tomorrow, would it affect our lives? No, absolutely not.
They're envied the worldwide for our royal family, and I support.
Yeah, but for what? For what reason? Really? I think it's outdated, Matt. I think it's outdated.
Well, it could be outdated, but it's traditional. It's at certain times of the year. It's like if we have a ceremony or something, no one in the world does it better than us. So, and that's partly due to the armed forces and partly due to the royal family and the whole interlocking of that kind of thing. I believe, anyway. But
yeah, I mean, I'm patriotic, Mark. I'm very patriotic. Don't get me wrong. I'll sing "God Save the Queen." I have nothing against the royal family. I just think in this day and age, for us to still be banging on about them like the gods, it's ridiculous. Like, come on.
Yeah, but
just some ponty twats who live in a palace. Like, come on, get a grip.
To moan that you leave and go to Canada and you should still have your security and everything else funded for you. Surely that's like leaving a company and expecting to keep your company car, isn't it?
Exactly. Can I keep my car and my salary?
Yeah.
And then she bangs on about privacy. So she bangs on about privacy. So she signs a Netflix deal. She signs to go on Oprah Winfrey. She has got all these book deals, all these other media deals, and everything else she's got. And then talks about being alone whenever she's surrounded by her advisors, her accountant, her manager, her talent scout, everything. It's like,
yeah, but she has to sign all these deals because have you seen her act? Good grief.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I think it's a bit of a shame, really. That had to be done so publicly. I don't think there's any need for it.
Do you know the only thing the royal family should be worried about? Like, forget race and colour on the baby, is if it's ginger, all right? Because if it's ginger, then that's when you start worrying. Is it going to be? Do you think it was ginger, Harry? And plus,
welcome back, Mark.
Plus one more thing as well. He's not even a real royal. His dad's not Prince Charles. So, I mean,
I did say, dare I ask? Jackson, what do you feel?
I didn't watch it, to be fair with you. I didn't. Well, I was at work anyway, so I didn't. The royals and whatnot don't interest me at all. No way, shape, or form. It's just. I don't think they're any different from any of us lot, to be fair with us. Do you know what I mean? So I don't follow them, never have, never will. It just, the missus follows them and she watched it and everything. But with me, it's just one of them. I don't follow them. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what I do think, and I have got a slight opinion on this. I think it's slightly disrespectful to Madge, to the Queen. I really, really do. After you know, she's such a matriarch and such a staunch part of our history and our culture and everything. I just think it's a bit disrespectful to her. But then, you know what I mean? She's a grown ass woman with who's probably a billionaire. So can I feel that sorry for her, really?
But the thing about it is, what you're saying about the royal family. The royal family costs the UK 165 million a year.
Bargain.
But
Yeah.
balance that out.
Nothing.
They bring in tourism fees and everything else, they bring in 480 million a year.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's a drop in the 160 million. They probably give that to God knows who. Like,
but they bring that amount into the, you know, they bring in 3 times more than it costs us. So that makes economical sense to have the royal family there, because the tourism alone, the people that go to Buckingham Palace and buy the things and go into it and everything else, all that money is pumped back into the economy.
I'll tell you what, Prince Andrew must be sat there like that.
Yeah, he got me for a while more.
Watch you, man. I'm good here for the next 6 months. Got any young girls?
Oh.
Come on.
As I say, welcome back. Adrian Mason, what does this question mean here? Let's put it in here. Where can one get deck screws? If I have to direct to manufacturer, I might start buying RTAs direct too.
Deck screws on eBay. Just look on eBay for grub screws. I think that so the most popular sizes are 3x3 millimeter, 3x4 millimeter, and 2.5 by 3 millimeter.
I
just
did
get
have some here somewhere. They were grub screws, and as you say, Mark, there is a. I put a link to it once. There's a site on eBay, and they are brilliant. And I can't.
Yeah, they are.
The name of them.
What do they call them? I don't know.
And I bought, and I'll tell you what, they are like 5 times better than any screws I've ever had in a built or bought RTA from China.
Yeah, they're proper hardened. So if you, what I would say is, because they're only, I mean, the pennies, a couple of quid for like 50. So if you get a set of 2.5 by 3 millimeter, a set of 3 by 3 millimeter, and a set of 4 by 3 millimeter, you'll be good for every single latte you'll ever own.
Yeah, yeah. Is it first for screws or something like that?
Yeah, and I've just remembered. So go on eBay and type in high tensile grub screws. So I have to type in, and the first hit you'll get, that's the one.
And you can also buy with grub screws. A point is like a domed end or a flat bottom. Now, one of them will nip the wire and break it, and one won't. And I can't. I think you want the flat. I think.
You do want the flat.
Yeah. So that's another point you got to watch as grub screws. Fiona says there, like Adrian, eBay for grub screws. If I look through my history, I'll try and remember for next week. And I've bought some, and I'll try and find the link or something for everyone for next week, or I might even put it under this video in a comment if they allow me. Scott Lee says you're trying to be like Todd, Roy.
No. No. I might be the opposite of Todd. He does all the high end stuff. I'll do all the low end stuff.
And Benjai has got a question. Naturevape, what is the best mouth to lung RTA for flavour you reviewed? The best one this year, I would say, is the Lamo, not to be confused with the Lamo.
Lamo.
The Lamo, I think the Lamo, this one here, up. Hopefully you can see it there. There's a review on the site for that. I'm obviously going to be biased towards my True Tank, and I think the flavour from it's more about the airflow with the True Tank, in my opinion. And the Nevermore, as Roy is holding up, and I've got one of them here somewhere as well. Where is it? Where's my Nevermore? Never mind, Nevermore. So, yeah, they're probably... And the Purity Plus. I don't think we've got any at the moment, but that was a pretty good mouth-to-lung RTA as well. And, of course, Ed Zachary has been working very hard with his version 2, so you might want to have a little go at that one. I thought Mark was going to comment there. He didn't.
Oh, I'm just typing in chat. What have I missed that?
I just said that Ed Zachary
Ed's very busy
lately with his version 2.
He is very, very busy, Ed. He's been
You're
working his fingers to the bone, ain't he?
Oh, there you go. You've already taken him, Lamo, Benjo, or the Nevermore. There you go. Well, we agree. Look. So that's fair enough. So where does that leave us? We've got Roy. We've had a discussion about his shed. We've discussed Jackson's new camera. I have to say, Mark, Jackson-wise, I think that webcam looks banging, mate. It's really good. There's nothing wrong with that at all, is there?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Definitely happy. Does look better, doesn't it? Obviously,
know.
the only thing I was worried about was the lights, because obviously got the ring lights. And when I look at myself now, it just looks like I'm lit up. Looks like I'm white.
No.
Well, you are, because you're sitting against a black and grey background, and you're white, so of course you're going to look whiter.
Yeah, I suppose. But is it better than not having the snake tank in the back? Do you know what I mean? The green light and the red light.
I think the trouble with your snake tank was that the light was so bright, it was just bouncing off your face, and all you could see was that.
Yeah.
It was like
See, it didn't happen with the snake tank because I had a 6-foot UV tube at the top, so I got the light coming down on that. Then I got 2 basking bulbs, which one's a green one and one's a red one. So the amount of light that's coming behind me, I think that didn't happen at all. But obviously now in the bedroom, I've just got my 2 ring lights, and that's it. Job's a good one.
Yeah.
And obviously a better webcam.
Yeah, the stream cam. I don't know many people have got that. I used to have the Logitech C920. A lot of people have got. What was it? The 930 I had. 920 I had.
920 or 922.
Yeah, and Mark, you had the Brio. Have you still got the Brio?
I've got the Brio, yeah.
Yeah. And Roy, what do you use?
C920.
So you're on that now, eh?
Yeah. That makes me look so young because I've got the filter on.
Is that what it is? I always found the C920 to get the colour tones right was a nightmare for me. My top was always like the wrong colour. I even ended up getting coilies, a green one, a purple one, and a blue one, and holding them up to try and tone that colour into the colour of the coilies. But it wasn't easy with the Logitech.
No, this Brio's a pain in the arse as well to get right. Some days I look pucker, and then other days I look like washed out. It's just a bitch because I have to say everything manual. I should probably just write my settings down but I don't.
That depends how much Carling you drank the night before, Mark.
Exactly, yeah. I'm looking all ghoulish. I need more colour in my face, so up the saturation.
Yeah, you could give yourself an
You put a bit of JD in there.
Yeah, Dean said he's got the Logitech Stream Cam. I'd tell you what, Jackson, it does look good, to be fair. It looks quality, man.
Oh, Dean's got it as well, has he? Because I didn't really know. We were talking about it, weren't we, Mark? And I said that the new one is a Stream Cam, and I can only assume it would be an upgrade from the C920 because that's been out years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it is because I think the Stream Cam, from when I was looking, does 60 frames a second in HD, which is, I think the C920 only did 30.
Yeah.
So it is a massive improvement. Obviously, it's like double the price, but you get what you pay for, don't you?
The 60 frames per second is only good if your computer can handle 60 frames a second, or your monitor can handle 60 frames per second. Not every, if you've got a laptop, 60 frames per second is not going to work. It's just going to it'll keep tearing the picture.
Ian Morgan says that the VIX dual coil RTO is a copy of the Fatality.
I take it people have seen pictures then, seen deck pictures and stuff like that. I've only seen a sneak peek of the top cap. I don't know if there's pictures out there or what, to be honest.
Jackson needs a big Britney poster in the background.
I'm not going to read your comment, Fiona.
Oh, am I?
Oh, wow.
Fiona.
Do you know what? I would expect nothing less than from Fiona Clark, to be fair.
Yeah, I guess Jay Hayes will review it then, won't he?
Well, I would imagine if it's Helvet, most big reviewers will review it. It just depends what, like I said earlier, and this is not obviously not meaning to be a slight on anyone, but if the man himself who's designed it has said, look, don't send it, bosh, then that'll be disappointing. That will be disappointing. I'll have to go out and buy one and review it.
See, I never said that with the True Tank or the Nest. I mean, I sent all the Nests out, but with the True Tank, I said, send it to you like. I don't care. The more the merrier. Let's get everyone's opinion of it. And surely you're better off doing that than being selective, aren't you? But,
well, I've said a million times, mate. If you're confident in your tank, then there's no reason not to send it to anyone.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you think you've got a cracking tank there, then by all means get the fucker sent out, man, and get some eyeballs on it.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone else think Oprah looked like Ian Wright in drag? Rufus.
Oh, yeah. That's all I've seen today. Memes of Ian Wright interviewing them too.
Oh, really?
God grief. Uncanny.
What I didn't, from a couple of pictures I did see about last night, just going back to last night again, I didn't like how it was set up to look exactly like Diana's interview. She sat the same, she wore the same style of dress. The interviewer sat in exactly the same place. It was just too uncanny, like Diana's interview.
She'll never be a Diana. Diana had class. No. That's all you need to know. She had class. This bird has zero class. So
yeah, it was one of those programs that in a way, I said to Tina, I don't want to see it. No way I don't want to see it. And then I thought, although I didn't want to see it, I do want to see it because I want to hear what they're going to come out with. It's one of those, wasn't it? It's like and when I watched it, I thought, a bit like you, Mark, I thought, that's an hour and a half or 2 hours I'll never get back.
I'll never get that back. What do you guys, just going off subjects a bit, what do you guys think about, I know we've touched on this before, but like what's happening in America with vape products and stuff like that? I've seen Batman did a live, and I think he's folding his juice line, isn't he?
Is he?
In America, yeah. Which is...
There's shops closing everywhere, even Unicorn, even though they're based in Canada. He's going to have a big sale just to get shot stuff to restock and rethink where he's going. They can't send, won't be able to send stuff via mail and everything else. It's going to have a huge impact in America.
Honestly, it looks like America is literally FUBAR when it comes to vape products now. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think it is. To be honest, I think it's a right mess.
Whereas in the UK, you've got the public health basically promoting vaping, saying it's...
Well, there's rumours about the UK like downgrading the TPD.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about that, and America's like literally on its knees when it comes to vaping. I mean, how many? If this all comes to fruition in America, where the vape mail ban and stuff, no one's going to deliver vape products and stuff like that. How many people are going to turn back to smoking, man? So many.
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands.
Because I genuinely think, mate, and I've been asked this question so many times, would it, if I couldn't get my hands on a vape ever again, would I turn to smoking? I probably would.
Yep, I would.
I probably would, because I need my nicotine, man. I couldn't. I don't think I could live without it.
Do you ever get that feeling, any of you three, that we've all had it, a day where you're easy, you think, this don't taste right, there's something wrong with it, there's probably a hot spot in the coil or something like that, but you pick up another one that the juice has sat in it for too long and think, that doesn't taste that good either. And you get a bit frustrated and think, smoking was never this hard. And
all the time, Mark. All the time. And
even sometimes I'll put my hands in the air. I haven't smoked for years, right? I'll put that down there now, so I don't go, the owner of a vape shop smokes, because I don't. But there have been times I've thought, do you know what? I could just go and buy a pouch of Golden Virginia now and have a fag. I really could. And that comes from the owner of a vape business. I never have, but I don't think it's like someone walking past you with that. They first light the fag up and they walk past you. Still like, It's that smell is a nice smell, but when someone's been outside for a cigarette and they come in and walk past you,
Oh,
that's
stinking.
Horrible smell.
Vile.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
does. But do you know when I've her mum smokes like a fucking chimney. And when I've had a few bevies over there, and I'll get the odd waft up my nose, and I think, fucking hell, I could murder one now. Like, I could smoke a city
Nice
now.
B&H. Nice.
Then I just start
Spencer,
chuffing on my vape like, no.
But it was that, you know, for me, it was the social side. It was the in the pub. It was a pint for me. It was the, especially in the summer, in the beer garden, half a dozen of your mates with you. You got the beer, you got the fag, and it just seemed to mix, didn't it? And then obviously they banned smoking from pubs, and I never.
Yeah, but that was another social thing, though, Mark. Once they banned smoking in pubs, you'd go outside with your mates, and like you'd have 2 or 3 pints outside. You wouldn't go in, especially in summertime. You'd just be out there smoking and chatting and having a laugh.
Yeah.
But when I stopped smoking, and I was still going to the pub, and like your mates are going outside smoking, and you feel a little bit left out, like. Because I don't really want to go out there vaping and you're all smoking because, I'm still quite a new vapor, so I might end up smoking again. It's just, yeah.
It's broken conversations as well, though, isn't it? When someone goes outside, they're the fag, they come back in again. It's like, oh, you've lost the thread of that conversation, so that's now gone. And it's just, I stopped going to the pub for that reason. I just thought this just doesn't work for me anymore.
No, it wouldn't stop me going to the pub, to be fair.
It did me, I'll be honest. I mean, in the summer, as you say, you can sit outside. And what we did to start with, we got a carafe of lager. And we just took it in turns to buy one. There's about 6 or 7 pints in this thing.
A what of lager?
Carafe, isn't it?
A carafe?
Yeah, of lager.
What is this, 1920? A carafe of lager?
Listen,
you mean a
peasant.
fucking picture?
Listen, peasant. We had
Mark,
a jug.
No,
you forget he
I
lives
turned to the
down.
carafe.
He lives down. He lives back in the 1800s.
No, boys, my turn for the carafe. It's a picture.
It's a jug, right?
It's a picture or a jug of beer, a carafe.
Oh, thick northern twat. Just call it a lamo, for God's sake.
You go out in your smoking jacket and your cravat as well.
He does.
What the fuck's a carafe?
And I guarantee that he's now got one of those pipes, the vape pipes. So when he goes down, he'll probably sit over the vape
Oh
pipe.
my God.
But the point is, we took it in turns to buy one and sat outside and poured. You just poured, and that seemed a more social side than, because otherwise, 2 of your mates would go in and get a sneaky one, wouldn't they? get a beer and they'd come back. It's just wrong, isn't it? It's just wrong.
One last carafe, boys, then it's Teddy Who.
I'm not going to live this down, am I?
Nope.
It's me.
Thanks, Dean, for giving me something I can put on the screen and move on. The Nevermore is amazing.
Oh, that tickled me.
Set him off, innit? There you go. Dean has just put another message in chat for Jackson. Jackson set up looking spot on. There you go. Spot on.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you.
Bob on. Yeah, I did say that word. I can't believe I said that, really. Should have known. It shouldn't have fallen. I fell straight in that hole there, didn't I?
You literally just kicked yourself in the face there. A carafe of beer. Goodness me. Swear, if I said that to my mates, I'd get bitch slapped out of the pub. You mean a jug, Mark?
Yeah, but
So that means instead of playing pool, Mark, you'd be playing billiards.
I'd be playing polo.
There's always someone with
my carafe of beer.
There's always someone with short arms and deep pockets, isn't there? So if you buy a jug, then everyone gets their fair share, don't they?
But the only trouble is, right, with jugs in summer, unless, if there's only like 2 of you, by the time you get your second pint, it's warm as shit, innit? So...
Oh, it didn't last that long, Mark. Didn't last that long. I used to play pool with a lad. He'd make sure he'd sort of get near the bar, let someone else, because you've played pool, I think, haven't you, Mark? So there's like 8 or 9 of us in the...
Just a bit.
pool team, and it's a cracking night. It's brilliant. But he'd get near the bar, let someone else buy the first round, so everyone got a pint. He'd neck it as quick as he could, and then go, right, who else wants a beer? And put his pint pot forward, and everyone was like, oh, Christ, I'll just put half in there. So every time he did it, every single time.
Oh, no, I'd be, yes, even if I've got a full pint. I'd be like,
we got wise
get
to
him
him. We got wise to
Get
him.
him in.
Yeah.
Get the carafes in.
Yeah, I'm a bit full at the minute. I'll have a brandy, please.
Billiards and dominoes.
No, I played pool.
Oh, dear me. Carafe.
Well, it's giving you a
Has that got the sort of, no, it's got the two O's in the middle? I think you've slipped the L in the wrong place there.
What's that again?
The polo.
Polo?
I'm gonna have to Google carafe.
I think that's the right word.
Can you spell
I
it?
probably got the word wrong.
I probably couldn't even spell it to be fair. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna hazard a guess, right? I'm gonna probably make myself look foolish now, but C-A-R-A.
It's all right. It's all right. Roy's doing it for you.
Double F-E. Carafe. A carafe of beer, please.
Let's see what Roy comes up with. It's probably not the right word. I've probably just talked complete bollocks. Have you found it, Roy? Oh dear.
Nope.
No, see, I just made it up. It's a made-up word.
Why? If that's a made-up word, where did you even get carafe?
No,
from?
I don't.
Just get a
I don't
carafe
think
of beer.
I don't think it is made up. I think it is the right word. I think so.
It might have been in 1910.
1910.
Well, a carafe, a bottle with a flaring lip used to hold beverages and especially wine. We order a carafe of wine with the meal. Usually a glass container used to hold and serve coffee.
A glass container. Shit, man. Did they have carafes on the Titanic? Is that where? Yeah, they went down with the Titanic, didn't they? All the carafes.
So a carafe is a bottle stopper for serving wine. A pitcher is
Yeah,
like
pitcher. You get a pitcher.
container.
That's a jug, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a pitcher's a joke.
A pitcher of beer.
Yeah. See,
But a
it's the wrong
carafe is
word.
for
It's
wine.
wine. It's not even for
You are literally, Mark, about this far from being relegated to the North Bar, okay, for just the same carafe.
How can I go to the North Bar?
If you was in the South Bar and said, "Do you want a carafe of beer, boys?" You'd have been like, "Foot up the arse, up there with them."
No,
carafe.
the North Bar, they bring their own bottle. They don't even spend money at the bar. They're just bringing their own bottle. Sneaky.
You go up there, drink your carafe. We're going to get a jug. All right.
Did like Immerdale, the old boot, the old welly boot. That's what.
Yeah.
Where's Roy going? Oh, there you go. Looks like a piss pot, doesn't it?
So 1 litre.
So you can buy one, Mark.
It looks like a fucking vase.
What's a vase?
Baz.
It's a vase.
Baz.
Nutty Vapes, Naturevape. I might any join on the Flex Zachary. No, I know what he means. He wants to know if you can fit a you like this one, Roy, a DNA 60 chip in the Flex Zachary. I haven't looked or tried yet, Nutty Vapes. I'm sorry. I will do, but I haven't as yet.
I'll tell you what we can fit a DNA 16. Oh!
I thought Roy would have bought
eyes.
a DNA 60
eyes,
chip by now and fitted it himself just to shut us up. Oh dear. There you go. Apparently, Black Country Vapor. Vic was showing it on his WhatsApp on Sunday.
Oh, I'm not going through 50 minutes of that just to see that. I'll wait till Hellvape. Bring it out. Is it, unless anyone's got a timestamp. Again, no offense.
You are on form tonight, mate. Well, I'm not too bad on chat tonight, am I? FedEx.
Oh, Mark, let me ask you a question, Mark.
Go.
Because you always ask this question. What's coming up next for review, Mark?
Next for review, probably, because Ed Zachary has been working so hard, I'll probably have a look at his next one. I'm trying to think what's coming in. The Bishop is coming as well. The Bishop RTA. So although I've got, actually I mentioned this the other week with the DNA 60, this little coral mod. I love this little mod.
Oh, that looks sexy. That I'm not gonna lie.
That is a lovely mod, and that's the Bishop on top. But I think that was the prototype. So
Is it removable battery, that, Mark?
yeah, it's 18500.
Oh no, I've gone off it already.
Yeah, well, that was the trouble, but it was beautifully made. I'm trying to remember who made it.
Oh, and it does look sexy, but 18.5. Come on, man.
Yeah, coral.
What are we back in the days of carafes?
Well, I've dropped this and all sorts, but it just feels solid. But like you, I just wish someone ought to make an 18650 of this, and I think it would sell really well.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be much bigger, I wouldn't imagine.
No, it wouldn't. No, God, you got my tears. My eyes watering with laughing about that bloody crap thing. Talking of batteries,
so that's what's coming up next for review, Mark. Is it some bit of Ed Zachary?
Yeah, or the Bishop. I do need to spend and dedicate more time to doing reviews. I always say it, and I have really good intentions, and then something happens and I don't do it. What else have we got coming? Let's have a look.
He's getting his list out now. He's getting his
I
notebook
have got a bit
out.
of paper there, but there's nothing new on there that I haven't mentioned. The easy mods are coming.
Let's have a look what's next.
But that's old hat now, so not them. I think that is about it. They're probably the two that I've got in my head that I'll probably do. One of those two, and I know you're interested in the Ed Zachary version 2 as well, Mark.
Dude, I'm beyond that like a trap. When are they due in?
Any time, any day now. Probably have one by next Tuesday.
I expect a message in my inbox on WhatsApp the second they arrive.
Yeah. Anyway, Mark, when all this nonsense is over, actually, and Roy and you, Jackson, I think you boys need to come to Norfolk and we'll paint the town red. I think we need to go and
carafes all round.
We're going to show the pants who we are.
Here, it's not as easy for me. I can't just jump in my car and drive to you.
No, you'll have to get on the plane.
What's the nearest airport to you?
Norwich.
Yeah.
Belfast.
What is it? It's only about 30 minutes on the plane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not long. It's about 100 quid.
You could even get the ferry over to Liverpool, and I'll drive you over.
In your Merc?
In my Merc, bro. Just get in the Merc, man, and we'll cruise like gangsters.
I can see you driving down to Norfolk shouting, "Bus wanker!"
Here, I've just looked it up, Mark. But flights from Belfast to Norwich, right? 3 hours 55 minutes.
Really?
Hey.
What kind of planes do they use?
That can't be right.
I get a fucking Greece quicker.
I know.
You have to fly from Belfast.
What is it? A single propeller plane?
Norwich.
Is it a glider?
It's one of Roy's drones, isn't it? He's going to come on his drone.
It's a Del Boy glider.
I could, Belfast to Norwich is 866 quid or 1,143 quid.
You are kidding me.
No, it can't be that.
Crikey.
It is. Honestly.
Do you know what, Roy? You order off my website and that arrives quicker than that, and certainly a lot cheaper. Good God.
Exactly.
All right, we'll have to. Anyone in chat want to stand in for Roy? We'll have to get a stand-in. Someone in England.
We'll carry around like a stag do. Like
we need someone about 6'6", really good looking, Manchester United fan. That'll do.
Unicron said apparently places in the USA are going with other privatised mailing services. We'll see how it goes.
I'll just get the ferry across and Mark can drive me down the Merc.
There you go, bro. You can do. I'll put you up at the docks. And I swear to God, the first pub we're going down there, I am going to be asking for carafes.
I'll probably just fly over to John Lennon. It'd be easier flying over to John Lennon. Be a lot quicker than that ferry.
I swear to God, if he comes out with 4 fucking vases full of beer, I will lose it.
Oh dear. I know a couple of spots I can take you to. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Yeah, Jay could even sell his YouTube channel and start anger management therapy. Yeah, I suppose that could happen. Canada's next on the list. Health Canada is going to announce a flavour ban in May. Really, I didn't know that.
You are well behind in chat now, boy.
Oh, there's no hurry. What's the hurry?
It's all got to be. It's all got to be money on it. It's got to be money. They're not asked about people's health. I mean, come on, it's money. It's ridiculous. But you know what? And I've said this for quite some time now. I'm not one for advocating and stuff like that. I leave that to the professionals. But I find myself really struggling to have much sympathy for America. I really, really do, because the way they shit on us in the early days in the vaping industry, which they did shit on us, and people have short memories, man. I just struggle to have much sympathy for them.
Are you talking about CPD with the size of the tanks, and it's no point in having this in the UK because
and also the prices as well. So when these a lot of the premium juices back in the day were American made, American juices and stuff like that. So you'd find them, you'd see them over there for like $15. They come over here and they were like £30 for the exact same thing. So they really shit on us in the early days when it comes to pricing and stuff like that. So that's why I'm, I've got a long memory, me, and I just, I know it sounds bad, doesn't it? It sounds like I'm a little bit bitter, but I just struggle to have sympathy for him. I think I'm all about look after your own, me.
What worries me though, Mark, is we normally follow the trend of America, don't we? We normally go there, it slowly comes here. And that worries me. And
I don't think we would though, Matt, because we took the unprecedented step of putting vape shops in our hospitals. Now,
yeah, we did. Yeah,
there's not a country on the planet has done that. That's unprecedented. So for us to step back from that and say, we made a mistake there, it's killing people and this and that. I don't think that would ever happen.
That's where it comes from, sort of. Well, people call it a free healthcare service. I know we pay via our taxes, but in America, the hospitals make money. They are money generating businesses. They can't afford for people not to get sick.
Yes, and they're interested in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Colin's spot on there. He's just said it's karma, and maybe a little bit of it is karma. To be fair, for the Americans, because they just, the early days, they were very, very greedy. It was all about greed and getting in, getting out, making as much money as they can. But it always seemed to be at our expense and Europe's expense. So now a little bit of karma coming their way.
For me, live and let live, and I just think if they want
to... I totally agree, Mark. I do feel sorry for Americans, don't I? I really, really do. I think it's absolutely abhorrent what the powers that be are doing, but I just can't. I haven't got it in me to feel that much sympathy.
Hard man. Is this really a thing, what Coiler's put here? You didn't know Jay has a tobacco business, or at least as far as I know, he did have about a year ago. Is that a thing?
Apparently so. Apparently so, yeah.
And Graham Mabley has to roll his missus 6 every day. You see, that didn't bother me when I started vaping and people were smoking all around me. I didn't ever think, oh, you shouldn't be doing that in front of me. I was happy for people to still smoke around me. It didn't bother me one little jot at all. I was quite happy. Yet other people I know that there's nothing worse than a reformed smoker, is there, and all that. But it didn't ever get me like that.
I think your wife's a bit of a bitch for making you do that, if I'm being honest, man, Graham. Come on. You're non-smoker. Roll your own.
Yeah, but that's therapeutic, and I think that's why, in a way, e-cigs took off so well, because we roll the coil, especially with RTAs. We do the cotton, don't we? And I said, it's all a bit like rolling a fag, isn't it? It's all,
It is.
and that is part
Yeah.
of it. And I think that's why it took off. I mean, I came across a woman the other day. She saw me vaping. She said, "Oh, you vape?" I said, "Yeah." So I tried that. Couldn't get on with that. Made me cough. I said, "You had the wrong e-cig, I would suggest." I said, "But," she said, "No, I'm all right now." She said, "I'm on these tablets from the doctor." I said, "Please tell me they are
Not Champix.
And she said, "They are Champix." I said, "Oh," I said, "just throw them in the bin." I said, "Don't." Apparently, they've changed them now, but oh no,
They've got such a bad reputation now, though, Mark. They could change them till they were blue in the face, and no, just don't ever take Champix ever.
no.
What
Not unless
tablets
you-
are
not
them? Are
unless
they
you-
the tablets you take when you smoke at the same time? So you
Yeah.
take a tablet and smoke?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
did
there were
see
people like
something, don't they?
people throwing themselves off high rises and bridges and that because they're
Mm.
like ridiculous. Like, just don't take them.
Really?
I took them and they send you absolutely
I took them as well, Roy, and they literally
strange
give you
dreams.
nightmares.
And you're meant to smoke on them as well?
Well, the idea is how they first got introduced is the Champix was given as an antidepressant. It was given to people, but they found
Yeah.
in trials that the people that smoked that were in this trial group didn't fancy a cigarette. So they thought, oh, they obviously work to help people give up smoking. So then they prescribed them to smokers to give up smoking. And of course, people without any, shall we say, issues, then, it sent them mad. So
They didn't fancy a cigarette because they were slowly going fucking insane. That's why they slowly like fried your brain.
They block the sensors in your brain, so you don't want a cigarette. So the idea is you don't get stressed out about giving up smoking.
Yeah.
You won't want to smoke because they're blocking these receptors.
And made you feel sick. If you took a cigarette, then they made you feel sick from taking a cigarette, and your brain was then processing feeling with a cigarette.
Yeah, but no. They are.
Yeah, no.
They
And
are
the doctors are still giving these out now, I take it then, aren't they?
apparently they changed the formula, but they can. I mean, I can only speak on what I had and what other people around me were having at that time, and how they were feeling. And for me, as Mark says, they can change the formula if they want. The damage is done as far as
Yeah.
It just block. Not only does it block like you where you want to sit, but it blocks other things as well. And it just sends people on a massive downward spiral, man. Not everybody, but you have to be a certain. You might have to have some certain underlying issues for it to happen, but they're definitely not good. Definitely not good.
gave me bizarre dreams. Scott Morrison, TVP, well done on your last video. I really like it. Yeah, I thought it was like you're really back into the swing of that, Mark. I watched it this morning while I was making some coils, actually. And
yeah, I did that video about 2.5 weeks ago, but they kept putting it back, didn't they?
oh, it's that one, right? Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm planning to watch it either later this evening or tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll watch it later on.
What coil did you use in there, Mark? On the rebuild?
I used one of Naturevape's flat captains for the first time.
You did, right? Just wondered because you didn't mention it. I just wondered.
No, it weren't one of yours actually. No, not in that because that was weeks ago. No, I've actually got tomorrow. Is the first time I've used one of your flat captains in this, and it's in there right now. And you will be getting a mention.
And that's not the reason why that tank is performing badly, I hope.
Oh, no, it's just a rubbish tank.
And I've got powered by Naturevape out of all my videos now.
Yes, Rob Gain. Viagra was discovered in a similar way to Chantix, where they found that all the blush run to the penis and the fingertips. It was the fingertips as well. You get tingly fingertips and a raging boner. So that's why they discovered Viagra.
Is this someone who's cloned his channel?
Here,
Cheech. It's Cheech. So Cheech has got accounts of Vaping with Vic, TVP, Flat Cap. You know he's got. The guy needs to get a life, man. Get laid.
Adrian Mason, Artemis. Yeah, I forgot about the Artemis as well, actually. Versus Nevermore versus Tripod. That's a hard call. I don't think you can actually even call it because some are bottom airflow, some are top.
I've only had one of them, so
yeah. No, I'm sorry, Adrian. I can't call that one. It's not something you can really nail down as a.
What I would say is, and I've said this for the last few weeks, if you're a true motor lung vapor, get the Nevermore. That's all you're interested in for replicating that cigarette vape, that cigarette pull. Really good flavor, really good build quality. Get the Nevermore because it's
Or the Lamo.
Not
What's
really.
better?
I would say so. Personally, I love the Lamo. I think it's one of the best RTAs. But strictly for motor lung, I'd say the Nevermore is slightly better.
Twat. Just call it a Lamo for God's sake.
I'm a kill team. How much did you pay her to do that?
I thought that there's got to be a way of recording on here and putting it on the thing and playing it. I said, Tina, just say something. And I gave her just say he's a thick northern twat or something, and just say Lamo. And she said that was just a one take hit, and I tried to get it on earlier, and it went on. So, but your face mark was a picture when I first played that. You're like,
yeah. So before I was rudely interrupted by Tina again, I would say right, and I know I get your point right, but for strictly motor lung, I'd go with the Nevermore. If you want a little more versatility, absolutely the Lamo.
Yeah. Daniel, welcome. Daniel's very late on parade. Very
Question for Mark, because he probably won't see it until too late. Will Naturevape ship to the US after the ban?
Well, I've been shipping there of late, and if I don't get, what I'll probably do is try it for a little while. If I get no issues and parcels are getting delivered, I'll keep doing it. But if I either get parcels being destroyed, not being delivered, or my knuckles wrapped for doing it, then I'll have to stop. I think that's all I can say, really. And I've just looked at the time. We've overrun. What about that? Where does that time go when you're laughing about carafes?
It's all that talking about carafes, isn't it? And cravats and smoking jackets and
giraffes.
Titanic.
Oh, Matt Benson, I will just read this one out. Mark Naturevape, your Bishop is nothing like the retail. There's no airflow control ring on the retail. The retail has pushing air pins. Yeah, this one's got an airflow turn, and I just didn't like it. And the people criticised the Lamo for, they said it was a waste of time having one airflow slot, pushing in the insert for the airflow. I completely disagree. Because a lot of the airflow rings, even though you go one hole, one next bigger hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, they all seem, even if you put it on no holes, they all seem to drag air in from each side and around them. And that is part of the reason I think the Lamo works so well.
Yep.
But thanks, Matt Benson. I'm looking forward to getting the proper retail version. I was
speaking to Matt the other day because he's a good friend of mine. And he's not got the Lamo yet. And I told him, listen, he loves motor lung vaping. He loves really restricted. I said, just get a Lamo, man. Please, just trust me, Matt. Get a fucking Lamo in your face.
And use NV10.
NV10.
I've got an even better code, but I can't share it here.
I think Naturevape showed the Nevermore and called it the Bishop. No, it didn't. That's the Bishop. There. But mine has got an airflow ring. You can see it. Any old side up. We have overrun. If I've missed anyone's comments, I apologise. Roy, return yourself to Naturevape as a canoe? What's that mean? Ian Morgan. Don't know.
Oh, my lipo's charged. Thank you.
There you go. Already. Well, yeah, so I've missed a few comments at the end there, and I apologise for anything important. They're talking about antidepressants and Champix, which we covered anyway. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. So I'm gonna. Oh, there you go. There's well done, Pav. Or the True Tank, of course. There you go. Mark Temple.
Can I just say before we go
can.
around the and wrap it up? Look, 52 thumbs up, 102 in. Just hit the thumbs up for us, guys. It does help, and obviously it gives Mark Jackson a massive ego as well. So it's all good.
And Frank Miser's message I've put on there. We got an up and a down at the same time. Yeah, come on, guys. It helps with the algorithms. It'll help, hopefully, Mark Jackson's new channel, which if you haven't checked him out, check him out on...
check him out. If somebody, one of the mods wants to put his link down in the chat, put his link in and go and subscribe to Mark Jackson, especially now you can see that fucking beautiful face in HD. Look at that. Honest to God.
Oh.
Who does not want to see that in HD, apart from this guy? But you guys might want him.
Right, so we'd better all say goodnight. Biggest, Diggers, do you want to kick us off or do you want to go at the end?
Oh, I'll go now, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you to every single person in chat. Thank you for all your questions, as usual. Without you guys, we couldn't do this show. This is a very, very audience-driven show, I think, and we get a lot of good questions in. So, yeah, thank you. Thanks to Mark and his carafe. I don't think I'm going to get over that anytime soon, Mark, by the way. So thanks to Mark, the gaffer. Thanks to Roy, the beautiful Roy. And thanks to Jackson, looking wonderful in HD there, as always. And your new setup as well, Jackson, looks fucking mate. So, yeah. Go and subscribe to Jackson, by the way, because he's an up-and-coming reviewer like myself, like me.
Yes.
And he needs the help. So, yeah, thank you, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Excellent. Roy, go on. We'll go.
Yeah, speaking of caps, tally ho. Let's go and get the horse. No, thanks to everybody in chat for joining us as ever. Thank you for Mr. Naturevape for having us on here.
You're welcome. And
Jackson, glad to get your camera finally working and operational today.
I know,
and
at long last.
You know, your pleasure's all mine for having you in my company. And can I just say one last thing? Manchester's red.
Oh, it's red, baby. It is red, baby.
And Jackson, vape reviews.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank, obviously, everybody in chat. You have a hell of a lot of people in chat, 100 not people, so a hell of a lot of people. Thank yourself, Mark, for having me on the show. Thank Roy and thank Mark as well. Cracking show. And I think I think we discussed earlier on, I think it can easily be the best UK vape show by miles.
But, hey, by miles.
Yeah, by miles.
I knew he wasn't going to that one. There are some cars that Mark cannot let go past. I was trying to think what I said the other week, and you had me for that as well. Something like "hoist by my own petard" or something. You had me for that one as well.
Well, you always come out with some gaff.
Someone in it. There you go. But Rob Gainler, hang on, let's put his comment up. Please, somebody find a carafe with a Carling label on it.
I'm sure I can knock a vase up.
Yeah, we'll have to find one. Yeah, thanks everyone in chat. Lovely to have your company as always. Your questions are always good. Your comments are a friendly lot, and really appreciate it. It's been a great show again. I really enjoyed it. It's like this midweek release, and it's the feel good factor, I think. And so, thanks one and all for that. Next week, hopefully, we'll get a chance to try the kiwi juice and give you a bit more detail as to what we think of that. And yeah, until then, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.